Why quitting my 9 to 5 was the scariest and best decision of my life. Stepping away from the security of a stable 9 to 5 job is a daydream many share but rarely act on. The comfort of a steady paycheck, reliable benefits, and a predictable schedule can feel like the ultimate goal. And yet, for some of us, there comes a time when these comforts start feeling confining, like a box limiting our potential. Today, I want to share the story of why leaving my 9 to 5 job was not only the scariest decision of my life, but also the best one I ever made. My journey wasn't easy, but it taught me lifelong lessons about purpose, resilience, and believing in yourself. If you're standing at a crossroads, unsure of what's next, I hope this inspires you to lean into those fears and take a leap of faith toward your dreams. Let's start with the truth. I was comfortable. My 9 to 5 provided everything I ever thought I needed. A steady income at the end of every month, weekends I could count on, and a workday structure that left no room for surprises. On paper, I had it all. But deep down, something wasn't right. Every morning, I felt myself trudging into work. My job, while stable, wasn't lighting any spark inside me. It didn't align with my values or ignite my passions. Yet I stayed because comfort is addictive, and it's easy to confuse stability with happiness. Comfort, while appealing, can hold us back. It keeps us rooted in routines that feel safe, even when they stop serving us. I began to ask myself a hard question. Is this stable life worth sacrificing my bigger dreams? At first, that question haunted me. Leaving a secure job to dive into the unknown? It sounded reckless. My biggest fears came flooding in. What if I fail? What if I can't pay my bills? What will people think? Fear is relentless. It clings to every doubt, whispering, "Stay where you are. Don't rock the boat." And yet, I couldn't ignore the other voice inside me, the quiet, persistent one that said, "There's more for you out there. You're capable of so much more." The hardest part wasn't deciding to quit. It was imagining a world where I didn't at least try. I had to shift my mindset from what if I fail to what if this decision leads to something extraordinary. I'll never forget the day I quit. I sat with my resignation letter in one hand and my fears in the other. Hitting send on that email felt like jumping off a cliff and hoping wings would grow on the way down. The uncertainty was overwhelming. Suddenly, the structure of my life was gone. There were no paydays to look forward to, no guaranteed workday schedule. I was staring at a blank slate, and the possibilities both excited and terrified me. That leap of faith was easily the scariest choice I'd ever made, but it also marked the beginning of a transformation I didn't even know I needed. Let's not sugarcoat it. The beginning was tough. The structure I was so used to from my 9 to 5 was gone, and for the first time in my adult life, my time was fully mine to manage. In some ways, this was exhilarating. In others, it was overwhelming. I made mistakes. I worried constantly about money. I faced questions from family and friends who didn't understand why I would leave a secure job to pursue something so uncertain. Doubt crept in on sleepless nights, and I often wondered, did I make the right choice? But amid the struggles, something unexpected happened. I grew. I began to tap into a part of myself I hadn't reached before, resourcefulness. I started learning how to stand on my own, to adapt, and to push forward even when the path felt unclear. With time, I began to embrace the freedom I had fought so hard to gain. I set my own goals and pursued work that aligned with my passions. I felt a deeper sense of purpose in my daily life, a far cry from the monotony I had left behind in my 9 to 5. There's a certain joy that comes with autonomy, knowing that your work is entirely your own, that you are fully in control of shaping your future, is incredibly empowering. This freedom didn't come easy. It was a hard-won reward for taking the risks I once feared most. If I could pinpoint one thing that made this journey worth it, it's the resilience I developed. Challenges didn't magically disappear when I quit my 9 to 5. In fact, they multiplied. But every hurdle taught me something valuable about myself. I learned to adapt when things went wrong, to find creative solutions, and to keep moving forward even on the toughest days. I also learned that failure isn't the end. It's a stepping stone toward growth. Resilience became my greatest tool for navigating life as an entrepreneur. Reflecting on this journey, I've realized there are a few key lessons that shaped who I am today. 1. Comfort is not purpose. What feels safe isn't always what makes you happy. True fulfillment comes from pursuing what truly lights you up inside. Fear is a guide. Fear often points to the areas where we need to grow the most. Instead of running from it, use it. 3. Failure is part of the process. You will stumble, and you will make mistakes. That's not a reason to quit. It's an invitation to learn. 4. Trust yourself. There were moments I doubted my decision to quit, but looking back, I see that trusting myself was the most powerful choice I made. 5. Your story matters. By carving my own path, I've learned that sharing my journey can inspire others to start their own. If you're watching this right now and debating whether to take a similar leap, I want you to know that it's okay to feel scared. Fear doesn't mean you aren't ready. It means you care about your decision. But don't let that fear paralyze you. Life is too short to live on autopilot, stuck in a routine that doesn't excite you. The truth is, staying where you are might feel safer in the moment, but it comes at the cost of never knowing what you're capable of. Do your homework, plan, save up if you need to, but don't let the need for perfect timing hold you back. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The biggest breakthroughs come when you start before you feel ready. Quitting my 9-to-5 wasn't easy, but it was worth every late night, every moment of doubt, and every challenge I faced. It gave me the chance to create a life filled with purpose, freedom, and growth. It wasn't just about leaving a job. It was about taking control of my story and stepping into the person I was meant to become. And the truth is, I wouldn't trade it for anything. For anyone out there standing on the edge of a life-changing decision, remember this: the scariest leaps often lead to the greatest transformations. You don't have to have it all figured out right away. The most important thing is to start. Your story can be rewritten at any time. The question is, are you brave enough to pick up the pen? If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to take one small step today toward the life you've been dreaming about. Fear might walk beside you, but it doesn't have to define you. Because on the other side of fear, that's where the magic happens. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.